I'm sure some of you have been waiting for this update video to come out because you're either wondering what I've been up to over the past few months and how my studies have been up to this point. But first, I wanted to do a bit of a small apology because this video took too long. I know. It. I do apologize for the fact that it took a bit long to make this video. First of all, although I did promise and say that I'd be uploading this in the weeks ahead. But partially why it's taking long is because I needed to mentally prepare for this um, and I needed to find the right time and get ready to then make this video. So I do feel that now is the most appropriate time to actually then make this video happen. But apart from that, I do also want to give a bit of a thank you to the new subscribers to this channel. That I've recently observed a bit of an uptick in the amount of new subscribers due to the some videos on this channel that's been recommended outside of the to recommended the viewers outside of this channel. So especially I think I realized it's one of the videos which is me talking in a Singlish accent that was quite well received, and I realized there has been an uptick in views in that specific video as well. So definitely that is obviously one of many videos which I think uh, has then created this new uptick in new subscribers to this channel. So if you are a new subscriber to this channel, hello and welcome to this channel. So yeah, all right. So let's get into the main content of this update video. First of all, I'm sure you're wondering what's been going on with my studies. Um, to tell the truth, yes, I have been in fact been dismissed from college, or rather you call it polytechnic here. Dismissed in terms of the fact that I am not that I'm suspended. Suspended means I temporarily will not going back, but dismissal is a permanent dismissal. It's permanently you're out of the of college, and you are no longer going to have the opportunity to study there for uh, permanently. So yeah, the reason why I've been dismissed it's not because I've been misbehaving or displaying bad conduct or doing anything criminal uh, in the polytechnic, but rather I've just not been doing very well with my grades. I've not really been coping very well with what's been going on in the polytechnic. I find that a lot of it in a lot of the environment in polytechnic it's not I feel it's not very conducive for me, and in a way it's I mean there are like people you can communicate with, you can you do group work, whatever, but I just didn't really feel like I'm very much fitting in. I feel the way of life there is just it's not for me. I do I, it's it's a little hard for me to explain, so I might want to do a separate video to maybe talk about in a very slow manner to talk about what life in polytechnic was for me at the time. But it's already not too bad though. The fact that, in fact, one other fact about this dismissal of me from this dismissal from Polytechnic is the fact that uh, the one good fact about it is that I actually managed to go through at least 1 year of it. Basically, my whole year one of Polytechnic, I actually managed to go through it. Uh, a lot of dropouts. I know it's a bit of a word, but a lot of dropouts. They actually go through like 1 week or even a few days of Polytechnic. They say, okay, I can't do this. I've managed to actually, not that this is a proud moment, but it's I managed to stay on for a whole year. But I've basically from like the second half of this first year, I've actually started losing interest anyway. It did feel initially that it was gonna get interesting because the content that we were teaching is like wow, very very interesting. Um, but as it went on, I just again same thing. Just I lost interest and um, the 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 uh, the motivation is not there. Okay, so and basically I've just been feeling like I wanted to already drop out to be honest sometimes, but I managed to hold back and I managed to continue staying on until this absolutely uh, final like last run, and unfortunately the sad part is that I got dismissed. So what have I been up to over the past 6 months? As you may have been wondering for a little while, I have been cycling for a little bit. Not for a little bit rather. I've been cycling ever since the me cycling the Annie Wheel bike at Jurong Lake Gardens. I've actually been utilizing Annie Wheel for quite a lot. For I've been using their rental services for a little while now, and I've been cycling at many parks, many other places, park connectors more specifically. And I've even cycled the coast to coast trail here in Singapore, which is like 36 kilometers. And because it's that long, I had to like divide it into 3 days, 3 different days to then cycle that whole 36 kilometers completely. So cycling is definitely one main part of the of activities I've been doing for the past 6 months, and I've other than that also been working on some other interests of mine in during these past 6 months, apart from trying to upload videos, which I'll get into later in just a bit in that. So I've been working on some interests of mine outside of camera, of course, such as learning languages in the meantime, like Japanese or uh, Malay. Actually, probably Japanese. I think I'm only at the very moment I'm starting to actually learn the language a little bit. I don't know where my status is as of now, where my learning knowledge is for Japanese right now. I think it's still at the very low foundational level. But nonetheless, generally, my thoughts about the past 6 months, I've actually, ever since I've been on, after the dismissal, I've actually been feeling a lot less tense. I feel less pressured these days. Life feels a bit more liberating these days, I feel. And the thought process also, in my view, like recently I've just been feeling a lot more like um, I don't think it's completely right to say that I feel a lot more mature and on a higher level. I don't think that's very much true. I will say, you know, I mean, in a way, it does feel like I'm like on some other level of thinking. Of course, not like high IQ, whatever, but how do you say it? It's just I feel a lot more like vocal these days in a sense. You know, I just been a bit more you know, saying a lot of other been saying some really not saying more like feeling a lot more at ease, and more excited, you know, for what's to come for the next day and what's to come for the months ahead. You know, it's just been like that. But other than that, I've also been reading some books as well for the past 6 months. Specifically, two books by Haruki Murakami. I would love to do a book review on them, but I feel I'm not very confident in doing a book review. I did manage to do a book review back in a few years ago. I think if I think some of you may have seen that, which is the book review on the Awake novel by Natasha Preston. That is a because that was an easier book to confidently review on. This one, because it's Haruki Murakami books, he's a bit more well known, and I would want to be more careful as to what I say. Of course, I mean, there's if there's a opinion I have, a view I have, that's not where the problem is. It's rather, I feel when I explain a bit of the story of what I read in those books, in summary, I elaborate on it. I feel I may not get the facts right, so that's the problem that I have. So, what am I going to be doing uh, going forward in the next few months, or in the next several months rather, going forward, maybe going into 2024 as well? What am I going to be doing in uh, in the months ahead? So first of all, very likely in the months ahead, I'm going to be called up to serve in national service, or rather, in more general term, in the military, because I've been dismissed from college, and therefore, I'm not pursuing some form of like educational qualification or whatever. So there is likelihood I'm going to be called to go and serve in national service very soon. Maybe not so soon as in like this year, I think. Likely it's going to be next year. Maybe January, maybe I don't know when, to be honest. I've checked the next date. It's likely going to be in January. So with that, basically that's going to happen. But in any way other than that, I am likely. I've actually been planning this a bit, and I'm thinking of actually continuing my studies overseas. It's a bit. I know it may sound like a bit of a stretch to say this, but I'm actually kind of willing to give it a try to study overseas, because I think I feel the I may adapt better in another another country, but again, that depends. So if that doesn't work, we can always come back here. But hopefully it does. Maybe it does. But I guess the question then would be whether or not would I be going back to poly, or college rather. But that is unlikely. I am unlikely to go back there. But if any case, in any case, really, 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 every solution, uh, to my every solution to my situation here does not work, then I think polytechnic may really still be the last resort. It is still a possible. It is still a possibility, but I really would like to say it is extremely unlikely for now. So that's what I think. Finally, I'd like to talk about the future of this channel. I think some may be also wondering about that as well. Upload The amount of times I'm gonna upload for this channel is likely. Upload frequency rather, is likely to remain at least one video a month. Uh, I'm saying at least because uh, there may be a once in a while, I may upload maybe 2 videos a month, maybe up to 3 videos a month, but likely, I try my best to actually upload at least once a month. But if really there is no video that I've planned for the month, then I am unlikely to actually make one out on the spot right away, and because that really is kind of like, you're forced to make something. I don't want to force myself to make something if I don't have any like idea that I want to that's feasible to be made on the spot, and confidently do it and put it out there. So if it's not really a very feasible idea, then I will not do it. But one thing about me uploading, by the way, which I think this is very important, my uploading will gradually become a more lower priority, but it will still be in the interest of what I want to do, because it is rather, I still enjoy uploading videos. Okay, it is a very exciting time, but I do think it is it does tend to get a little bit on the a little bit on the forceful side when I feel like uploading videos. But I think the one good reason as to why I think I feel that I will upload gradually in a lower priority is really because personally, I'm not very invested in video creation over the past few years. You've probably seen over the past few years that I've not actually really been like uploading, especially in 2021. You can see a drastic drop. I have only uploaded, I think, 2 or 3 videos for that year, which is insane. And that really shows that I've really kind of like lost a bit of interest in getting myself to upload videos. Um, well, partially because that year also I was in working under an internship, therefore I didn't have time to make videos. But I've already also started losing a bit of interest. So yeah, but there's also another reason as to why me uploading will gradually become a little less. Is because the landscape of video content is changing, and I think there's really a lot of changes to the platform, and I've not that I blame the platform, but I do think there's a lot more like videos you can watch of basically, there are very similar channels like mine that literally put out what I do, um, but for now, of course, watching other people's videos would be nicer than watching my very slow pace type of video. But I do believe in the future that my video content can improve, but really it will take a lot of time. I do think it would certainly take a lot of time. But nonetheless, I want to finally comment on this to say that I do still remain committed to upload. But I would like to really spend more time off camera to do the things I really like, that I really enjoy, more specifically, apart from just thinking of uploading. Because I used to have times where I just been like, oh, what video should I upload? Of course, I've told myself it is impossible to every day think of like a video to upload. I want to upload video every day. I have, in fact, I think done that before. I think I've uploaded at least like 7 videos in one every day, except for 7 days of video every day. And so I've done that before, I think, but I don't feel like I want to do that anymore. So, but nonetheless, as I've said, I still remain committed to uploading videos for you guys to enjoy. For those who want to who watch my videos with excitement, uh, to see what I'm gonna upload. So yeah. But anyway, that's about it for today's update video. It's been a while. I wanted to talk about all this um, in one go because I think you're probably wondering what's been going on for the past few months, and I think hopefully this video suffices your. Hopefully this video satisfies the answers that you're looking for, and yeah. But yeah, nonetheless, I will still continue uploading. This is not an update video to say bye bye or whatever. Okay, I will continue uploading. But like I said, I'll be spending more time off camera to do other things that I'm intending to do. But anyway, yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.